you men think that you can do everything and anything, and you're so perfect, and the poo that comes out of your bums is just gold. It's not. Make me get my hands out, and the real people are gonna now know.
Not the gun figure. Like, well done.
Airbnb anymore.
Support black businesses.
He's a road man.
They said support black businesses. My ass.
Yeah.
This is why money-hungry black men shouldn't be given businesses and all of that stuff.
Welcome to the Property Project podcast, where we talk all things property, but also help you to resolve some of the dilemmas that you come up with.
But before you do that, we'd love if you could help us by liking the video, subscribing to our channel so you could get more content from us. So I'm gonna ask you a few questions, yeah. So who makes the faster decisions?
Faster?
Okay. No.
Sure.
I just asked. I couldn't hear you.
That's probably why then.
I couldn't hear you.
What, are you serious?
I thought. Why do you think that?
Well, it sounds good at the beginning, but it can also lead to a lot of recklessness. So yes, I'm the fastest because I actually think after, like not even immediately after, like way after, like. When the decision's been made and the outcome is happening, I'll be like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Or like, wow, you did that. You did that. You did that. But yeah, I feel like it comes way after. But you are a balanced, rational thinker. Yeah. So that takes a lot of time. That takes pen and paper, a laptop, maybe 30 minutes, a bottle of water. That takes maybe thinking on the toilet seat.
I need to get the right tools. Then I need to do the working out. Then I need to proof.
And then send it to your neighbor to get your neighbor to mark it.
Yeah, 100%.
All of that. 100%. Yeah, it takes you a long time.
Yeah, but 100%. Who holds the most grudges in business?
What do you mean by grudges? Like
if something has happened,
I know the answer though. It's me. I don't know why.
It's definitely. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, because it's just you. I feel like if something happens, you're just like, nah, I remember that time.
I will. And that's so bad. That is a really bad trait that I want to get rid of. But I will. I don't remember anything else. My memory is so bad. But you did me or Sean or anyone close to me. Like I was saying to my friends the other day, they're like, I don't fight, right? Like I'm not a physical fighter. But any type of situation that happens, all of them, the first person they will contact is me. I might have disappeared for 2 years, but a fight happens or someone's disrespected one of my friends or someone's disrespected, like, hello?
Yeah.
Can I? But like, I'm not a fighter, but I'll be like, nah, no way that can happen. Yeah. Step in and sort the situation. I'm a problem solver. But I definitely will hold a grudge. No, you're quite easygoing, to be honest. To be honest, sometimes I have to remind you that, damn, don't you remember that person did that?
Yeah. But I think for me, if I've learned to kind of let it go, then I'm easy. Do you know what I mean?
Amen to that.
I just feel like if I hold on to a grudge, that's you subconsciously having power over me. That's how I see it.
I don't put it like that.
That's how I see it. Okay, so who apologizes first after a business row?
Go on, you answer this and tell the truth, because listen, tell the truth.
Not to
right
have
now.
Confidence.
Tell the truth.
It's definitely me. It's definitely me.
You're saying that to annoy me now. Do you want to argue now? That's what
it's definitely me. Who waits for you to apologize.
That's not even funny. That's not even funny. That's silly.
No, I'm joking. That's definitely yeah.
You've gotten better though.
Yeah, I mean, I try to.
Better, but if nobody knows,
still takes me a while though. Again, I have to do my work.
You're stubborn. You're definitely stubborn.
Yeah, I think that definitely.
But I'm quite easy. It's so weird because like the smaller things, like people, I would say people I like, I can forget easily that they've done something to me. But those that I'm like, I don't even know you and you're acting this way, I can definitely hold a grudge. But like apologies wise, I think I'm like, I've got it spot on. Like you need an apology from me, I'm happy to do that. Yeah. I'm not going to die. Whereas you feel like your whole soul is about to be ripped out of your heart.
Yeah. Because I just feel like if I give you that apology, especially if I feel like there was still some stuff that you did and you take that apology and run and then don't give one back, I'm just like...
I would never do that though. Sometimes I do that when I've actually not done anything wrong. But you, on the other hand, got some learning to do.
Cool. All right, so let's talk about a dilemma that was sent in, right? And it'll be interesting to actually talk about this one because I feel like there's a few people that are in business with their partner, especially in property. And, you know, it's interesting to see, you can always be partners in life, but it might not always work out in business.
Yeah, they actually say you shouldn't.
They say you shouldn't really, you know. Yes, and I agree. I feel like it's better.
Really?
Yeah, I do agree.
With your partner?
No,
I think your partner's a different person.
no, but I don't. Yeah, but that's why
Like
I don't
a
think it's
different
for. I don't think it's
relationship.
for everyone. I don't think you should force it.
No, you
I
have
think-
seen some terrible outcomes.
This is what I'm saying. It's not for everyone.
Oh yeah,
I
so
honestly feel like it's
terrible
not for everyone.
outcomes. Wow, gosh, give me shivers.
All right, so we've got my partner wants to do rent to rent with me, but I'm not sure we'll survive it. She's great with the phones and connecting with people, which I'm not, but her sense of money management and decision making at times doesn't give me confidence. What should I do?
You talking about me? You read this?
Nah, what would you say? What would you say? I would say don't force it. Or
What?
no, actually, no. In fact, what?
Give it some time.
No,
What's
sorry.
wrong with
No.
people?
In fact.
Oh my gosh.
In fact, let me.
You men literally think you're all that.
No,
you
no,
think
no,
you
no,
can
no.
hold the world. That's why
Wait,
Trump.
wait,
That's why
one
Trump
second.
is trumping right now.
One
Because you
second.
men think that you can do
Oh
everything
my
and
gosh.
anything, and you're so perfect, and the poo that comes out of your bums is just gold. It's not.
How'd you get to this?
Yeah.
How'd you
You
get
guys
to
need
this?
to hear it. You need to hear it
All right,
first.
what I'm saying is, listen, in business, right?
Here we go.
No, in business, understand that you don't have to do everything. So cater to each other's strengths, right? So if she's good with the phones, good with connecting people, you can still form a partnership, still form a business based on those
That's what you
strengths.
said at the start. So you need to carry that energy.
But hold on, you didn't hear me say rewind. That you went off on one. That's what I'm saying. So again, I think the fact that she's good with the, you know, on the phones, and that should be
That's a
good
crucial
for,
part.
should be great for
That's the
finding
whole
deals,
business.
great for speaking to
That's literally
landlords,
the whole business.
Great
Maybe
for
he's the problem.
networking.
Did you ever think that he might be the problem?
possibly.
No,
Possibly.
he didn't, because when he wrote, he's like, I don't think she can make the cut. Who are you to tell her that she can make the cut or not? You're
Hold on,
going
hold
into
on,
business
hold on,
together.
hold on.
You're 50-50.
One second.
It's not your decision about whether or not she can be.
One
Who
second.
wrote this?
1 second, because you're saying that the guy made the decision, right? That she's not good enough.
That's what I heard.
Exactly. So this is the thing. Because he
What did he
said,
say?
I'm not sure we'll survive it. That's us together. That's what he's talking about, right?
So, but why is he concerned about her ability? What about his ability? What does he lack?
Well, he also said that she's great with the phones and
No,
connecting with people,
what does he lack?
which I'm not. That's what he said.
So
He said he's not good with phones. He's not good with connecting people. So sometimes,
what is he?
Take
He's just
time.
saying she's the part that he can't do. But what does he lack? Because she's saying he lacks. So because my question is, if she lacks some or all the parts that he's saying, surely he can feel that, no? If he's so amazing, so then they would work hand in hand. Is that not the case?
No, it's not the case.
Because she fits
It's not
into
the
something
case.
he can't do. That's how a complementary business partnership works. Everything that you can't do, I can do. Everything that I can't do, you can do.
No.
Spectacularly.
But
facts.
no.
And anything that we can't do, we learn together.
100%.
So what's the problem?
But again, a common thing with people that get into business with other people.
Make me get my hands out, and the real people are gonna now know.
Not the gun figure. A common thing with people that get into business, right, is that they feel that they need to get into business with like-minded people or people that think the same way as them. But that's not always the case. Sometimes the best partnerships come from people who think the opposite to you.
Where are we
Right.
going with this?
No, I'm just talking. So I'm saying that this guy's probably someone who probably has a different way of thinking how he should work with his partner. There's a way to work with your partner in a way that she's able to shine and he's able to
Do
shine.
you
as well.
condone his behavior?
He didn't do anything wrong.
This is gonna decide whether or not we spend the next how many years together. Do you condone his behavior?
I do, because he
Oh my gosh!
sought advice.
I thought I knew you.
He sought advice.
Whose his advice is from you?
Us.
From you who condones the behavior. He's seeking the wrong advice.
Oh my gosh.
He's seeking the wrong advice.
I honestly feel like you could definitely make something happen as a partnership in a business, depending on what business you're going to. But again, obviously we're talking about property.
Tell your friend he's wrong.
But why is he wrong
He's
though?
wrong.
But why?
And to be honest, he shouldn't have tapped that. and even thought to send that. That's not okay. That's not okay.
Break it down then, because at
it's
what
literally
point?
actually so simple, but I'm gonna do it in men maths, yeah? What I call men maths. If she is good at something that he can't do, she's already a bonus and an asset to the business. The issue is he doesn't think he's not able to do things that she can do because he's not tested that out.
Yeah.
So he already thinks she's a failure. Then you shouldn't be together.
No, but that's not what he's saying.
That's what I heard. I'm sure that's what she heard.
But then
too.
This is what I'm saying.
No.
There's a difference between what's being said and what you heard, because that's going through the thought process. That doesn't... Anyway, let me stop there.
I swear he said because of her money management.
Yeah, he said her money management is
and
great.
decision making at times doesn't give me confidence.
So hold on, is he strong with that? So then the same way I take the accounts for the business, do I do the bookkeeping and everything else? Obviously you have access to it. Don't lock him out, he's not husband. But I do that, right?
Yeah.
Because essentially, not that I'm even better at it, I've just learned to do it in a way that makes sense for the business, right?
Yeah.
So what's the issue with him just bringing that to the table?
But there is
the issue is the men always think they are the table. You're not the table.
But guess what?
You're the chair leg. That's what you are. That's literally what it is.
If she hadn't issued, she's more than welcome.
You got me screaming in the mic. I just think change the question. I don't want it.
Days.
Just tell the girl to call me. She's got a role with us.
Okay, so
not with, in fact, we'll swap out. Maybe you two go together and me and her go together.
All right, so let's give one final word. One final piece of advice. Be fair. One final piece of advice to this guy about what he should do about that situation.
Maybe.
No, see, I can just see it in your head tilt. I can see it in your head tilt. Go on.
No, I think she has the ability. What you've got to do, if you genuinely are in a relationship that you believe is going to last for many, many years until the world ends, until you guys leave this earth together, if that's what you genuinely believe in your heart, she is worth supporting and growing to make the business work. She doesn't have to cover all areas. She doesn't have to be excellent in all areas, but the areas that she is excellent in, that's her forte. Allow her to manage that. The areas that she cannot cover, you either need to bring somebody else in, or you yourself, Mr. I know everything, needs to go and know everything.
100%.
That's fair advice.
I would say.
She may not be good with money. She may not be good with decision making, but maybe you should be. Because that's what the head of the household does.
Maybe he is.
I could go on.
Maybe he is.
Maybe he wants to hear more. Maybe he doesn't.
Boy, he doesn't want to hear more from me, I tell you that. And I would just say literally kind of just the same thing. Again, you don't have to cover everything. There's some things that I excel at that, that Cindy doesn't really,
Get out of here.
Get me out. Do you know what I mean? Here. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, that's all I've got to say about that.
Boy.
What would you say the difference would be between if you started this journey by yourself? So
I wouldn't have completed.
Where do you think you would have fallen
one.
In what way?
I'm a two-person. I need a body double. And not just any body double, a patient body double.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have, no.
But what part of the, so let's look at the journey of rent to rent, right? Let's look at the journey. So obviously you have to go and obviously get mentorship training. You don't have to, but it's advised
it's
to.
All the tasks.
And then obviously then you got to find deals, you got to calculate all numbers, you got to stage all the tasks. So what do you think you would have excelled at?
That's a good question, actually. Do you know what? I feel like I underestimate myself because I was the first person to find the first property by a mile off.
No, why are you lying? Why are you lying? Why are you? I actually need to go back and look at the paperwork.
You actually need to go back. Maybe that's what we bring to the table next time.
Yeah, because I think
I'm actually going to go look.
Like, there's a disparity
there's a difference in memory.
Because one person got the yes first, the other person got the contract signed first.
I got it signed first and got the yes first.
Are you sure?
Literally sure. I don't know why your memory is
I don't know about that.
If that actually isn't the case.
Because as far as I remember, I'm not going to lie, as far as I remember, and I remember these dates, that my contract got signed on the 12th of December.
Your contract.
And your contract got signed on the 19th.
Yeah, but I got...
That's what I remember. But we collected the keys to your one first.
So then I got it.
No,
They always say, until the keys are in hand...
No.
That's what they say. You're going to change the saying now? You're going to change the saying?
Because the keys in hand is a figure of speech. Like, come on. The contract is signed, fam.
Anyways, I feel like Yeah, I actually think I underestimate myself because I think although I don't like people, I am very much so a people person. I can read the room. People person's wrong. I'm very good at reading the room.
Yeah.
So I emotionally connect with quite a few people. So yeah, I think in terms of the people aspect of the business, bringing people in or creating like a sense of community, I think that's what I'm good at.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
What about you?
I think that, again, as you told me many times, that I am stubborn. So if I was to embark on this journey by myself, I definitely would have forced to try and make it work. But that I think...
But yeah, let's go with it. I said wrong answer, but yeah, let's go with it.
Hold it. Yeah,
Wrong answer, but yeah, let's go with it.
Yeah, let me land.
Let's go
Let
with
me
it.
get the wheels out at least. But I do think that doing that probably would have made me crash and burn quicker and harder, if that makes sense. So being by myself, I feel like I would definitely try to do a lot of things, but then I'll get to a point where what I used to do all the time is I would always do many different things and I would never finish or complete what I set out to do. So my determination would make me obviously go out and start the rent-to-rent process. But then I would hit certain hurdles. Like for me, again, when it comes to sometimes like speaking to certain landlords or cold calling or, negotiate certain negotiations, I would try to do that, but then I would not be successful in it. And then I'd be like, do you know what? I'll find something else that's shiny that takes my attention and then go and do that. So then I definitely wouldn't last in this industry by myself.
Do you know what I just heard from that?
What's that?
You don't need me.
How?
That's what I just heard.
How?
Is that what you said?
No. I literally... Okay, let me... No, because I need to understand
I heard what
this.
you said, but did you say what you said?
No, but you didn't hear what I said.
That's what I heard what you said.
You didn't hear what I said.
Quite clear, actually.
No, because it goes through this process and I need to work out what formula to go.
So you're basically saying that you would be extremely determined because of your stubbornness.
Yeah.
But the craft of it all do certain tasks would put you off.
So that would put me off. Whereas because it's so, those things come natural to you.
This is what we were missing. So now you're talking about me. Let's go.
You just wanted to be spoken about. Okay. So, but in this alternative reality, you're not here. In
your reality, I'm here though.
Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
As I said, I wouldn't be able to do this journey without you. Is that what you want to hear?
That's exactly what I want to hear.
Right.
And then when we leave, you've now got to buy me something.
Why do I need to buy you anything?
Why not?
I don't need to buy you.
It's a Thursday.
Anyway, it's actually Thursday.
Yeah, and it's your birthday coming up soon. You should really buy me something.
Yeah. Guys, what do you think I should do for my birthday?
Our birthday.
Yeah, because we didn't get to. We've been working so hard, so we haven't been able to.
My birthday is always my birthday, and your birthday is always our birthday.
I know, but you kind of live through me on my birthday,
yeah,
so
exactly.
it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. It's all right. I don't mind. I don't mind sharing.
Yeah.
Some people don't.
You're going on holiday. What do you mean? What should we do? You're literally. We just spent an expensive holiday for 4 days.
Yeah.
If that 3 nights. Come on.
All right, cool. So what? All right. Seeing as you want to talk so much about, or you want me to talk about you so much, what's one thing that you've learned from me in business, in this property business, on this property journey as well?
2 things.
Okay. All right.
Genuine connection with people, like how to network with people. And I don't think it's just the networking part. I feel like you're very respected, which I like. I think I kind of fight a lot of... I'm quite firm, not fight. I firm with a lot of people. And I think that can hinder long term.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I think you make really nice, genuine connections. You get invited places. That's what I'm trying to say. I will never get invited places.
When's the last time I got invited?
You literally just... Why'd you do this?
When's the last time I got
invited? Your memory. You literally just went out with the guys. Did you not just go do a whole activity that you was invited to?
You are right.
I don't have a girls group chat.
Make one then.
No, but the idea is I'm invited. You're invited to places.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that I'm firm, actually. I don't actually think that's the case. I actually think I'm establishing being firm and more firm. But I think it's just because you are really good with connecting with people that people want to be around you. And I like that.
Yeah.
The second thing is, I think, how to word it. Basically how you move on from things.
Okay.
So in the moment, you do hold it. but like the next day it's like nothing ever happened. Whereas for me, I'm quite different. It's like in the moment I can like not really be too fussed about it, but then I remember it and it affects me, for a long period, like a long period. So I like how you like feel what you need to feel and then you literally move on for it. Like that no longer exists.
Yeah.
In business, so I like that.
Fair enough.
Also, a final thing.
Not a third.
Yeah, this is the best it's gonna
Not
get.
a third. Yeah.
How smart you are. You create like templates. And I know it sounds what I'm saying sounds so basic because I'm basic, not because what he creates is basic. But
talk yourself up, man. Come on.
You're right.
Talk yourself up.
No, but I mean in certain strengths, like in my own strengths, I know what I'm good at, like customer service, like the people aspect of the business. But I think no,
I don't want to cut you off, but like even with the way that you talk sometimes, I feel like sometimes I just listen to you talk to people and I just think, how have you just told them what they need effortlessly? And it's like sometimes
but that's
I just
the people aspect. That's what I feel.
But I don't.
With, which is
what
I said. But I feel like you are the clever behind the business. And I'm okay with. I'm never going to want to train to be clever. However you train to be clever, I'm not going to want to train to be clever. But I get what you mean. Like obviously, it's not just your ideas. Like it's my ideas as well, of course. Like. And they come together because of our efforts together. But I do think naturally, if you sit down and say you want to create something, by the time I've come back, you've probably created it. Number two, it's not a basic, like I've created the same template that you've created and it would look like two different things, like completely two different things.
But but I do again, that obviously goes with just the way that we are though, because it's like, it might look like two different things, but it still does the same thing. It still has the same purpose. It's just that like, you're like, I'm going to build this just so that I can make sure that it tells me what I need it to do.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm like, no, I need this system to be able to tell me what I need and more.
Yeah.
And tell me stuff that I don't even know as well, so that I can look at it and be like, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah. No, thanks for giving me 3.
Now you can give me 4.
Not 4.
No, I'm joking.
Okay, so first one for me is, well, I was going to say this one second, but I'll say it first because it's come to my mind first. But to have fun with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
To have fun. Sometimes I am just.
You can be a killjoy, can't you?
Yeah.
Gosh.
No, like for me, like honestly, we could be on a yacht in the middle of the ocean having fun, and if my spreadsheet ain't saving, I'm stressed.
Yeah.
And you've kind of said like, listen, just
let it be.
taught me to kind of, just relax. You've also taught me that how do I say it? Like if I can do all the preparation in the world, but if I don't take the action, then there's no point.
Yeah.
Because I always used to, as we said, test, and I need to work out everything. I'm trying to plan steps ahead, and by that time the boat's already gone. Do you know what I mean?
Just be more spontaneous.
We're gonna keep going with this, but it is what it is.
Because you try and say you're spontaneous, and you're not. You're absolutely not.
But then again, we always said, like, if we go on holiday, who stays in the hotel? Who wants to go out for walks?
That's not what spontaneous means, Sean.
All right, I will just get up and go.
That just means you have energy. That's got nothing else to do with spontaneity. That's got anyway.
Also,
spontaneity.
Yeah. No, you was right. Okay. Spontaneity.
You see, okay, yeah.
Also, how to be more emotionally aware and emotionally intelligent. I think sometimes if I'm speaking to someone, and if I'm speaking to someone that I feel that if I can't be bothered, I wouldn't say can't be bothered, but sometimes someone might be pouring their heart out, and I think that, well, what you're complaining about, your solution is simple. I will tell you the solution. Forgetting that you're crying your eyes out and you probably know what the solution is. But do you know what I mean? So I feel like you kind of taught me to sometimes just take it easy and look at the situation that's actually happening and actually deal with that. And then even what I want to get across, there's other ways to get across rather than just telling you blunt what it is. That was the fourth one. I just had it in my head as well.
No pressure.
I just had it in my head as well. I'll come back to that one.
It's okay.
I'll come back to that one. Because the thing is, I'm yeah.
It's okay.
Because I now don't want to leave that, because if I come, yeah, all right, I'll have to write on the story or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I was also thinking, like, has there ever been a time where you've had to back me even though I've been wrong?
Oh, you shouldn't ask me that question though, because I probably blindly may not even always know that you're wrong, but I'm naturally very protective of our space. Like anyone, sometimes I read into things too much, where you're like, it's honestly not that deep. But I'm like, what did they say?
Yeah.
How did they say? To who?
Yeah.
About what? Like even the TikTok comments, it took all, because I could have gone.
Yeah, yeah.
Then I saw you go and I was like, do you know what? Like obviously you're just responding back, but I was like, let me not do it, because if I start, boy,
it's gonna go.
It's probably just gonna be worse.
Yeah, yeah. Just for context as well, I think the TikTok, we had a short that went out, and I think I was talking about deducting £250
security
deposit because
they've left the heating on
they
too
left
long.
they left the heating on too long. And when I say they left the heating on too long, I'm talking about they went out in the day, 9 o'clock
On a
in the
sunny
morning,
day,
and came back at 7 p.m. at night. The heating was on 30 degrees, and this was in like, was it July, August?
Yeah.
And obviously I was just chatting rubbish, but anyway, I got cooked. Like, not even
like
well done.
Airbnb anymore.
Support black businesses.
He's a roadman.
I got called a roadman. What? I got hair. Like, I really don't get it.
Yeah, literally.
Like, they said support black businesses. My ass.
Yeah.
This is why money hungry black men shouldn't be given businesses and all of that stuff. And I just thought to myself, at first, it was a bit annoying.
Yeah.
'Cause I thought to myself, who are these lot talking to?
And I think it's even more like annoying when it's like, we really aren't those kind of people.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Like just a little bit of chat on the, and it's what ChatGPT came up with as well.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't, yeah, do you know what I mean?
But yeah, it was annoying.
I couldn't be bothered to explain that.
Yeah, but I guess like situations like that, I think it actually doesn't really matter if you're wrong or thing, but I would probably, I think that part is even irrelevant to me, because I'll just be like, sorry, what did you say?
Yeah.
How did you say it? Who are you talking to?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. But I think the main thing is just that we have our different ways of dealing with business, but I think we also, a good thing is that we also trust each other, regardless of how we feel about the decision, whether we agree with it or not. We know that
where it came from.
Yeah. And you're not making a decision to make the business worse, of course. So we always trust what each other do. And I think that even just goes into how we are in that together as well. So
yeah, if you are a couple business, just be aware. Don't be like the first person who asked a stupid question about his woman. Yeah, be a supportive partner, and literally the main thing is to trust, like Shauna said, trust each other's business decisions, ability to operate in certain ways within the business. But remember that you are actually best friends first. And like what you would say with any of your best friends, where you say, like, as a woman, like, no man will come over, come between me and my best friend. No situation will come between me and my best friend. That's exactly the energy you got to carry through the business with your best friend.
Yeah.
Because that is your best friend first before the business. So, yeah.
100%.
Think about it that way. You're going to do great. And if you ever have a man like the guy in the question, just drop me a message. Like, I will sort them out. Just drop me a message. But yeah.
Thank you for watching to the end, guys. We really appreciate it. As a little thank you gift to you, we would like to give you an invite to join our free WhatsApp community, where we drop a lot of gems.
If you're still watching, then thank you so much. But more importantly, if you could like and subscribe to this channel to help us bring you more content that we know you'll just love.